Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. It's the Chelsea show. It's 6 o'clock. It's Friday night. Show 2 of 4 for me. I'm looking forward to it. By the end of it, I'm going to be pulling my hair out. Luckily, RJ's hosting the last one, so that's not too much of a problem. But before we get into all of that, make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Go check out the Twitter of Let's Talk EPL and go retweet my last tweet. Let's get as many people in here as possible. Chelsea had a good week-ish. It depends on what competition you're looking at. If you're looking at Premier League, shit week. If you're looking at Champions League, you had one of the best weeks I've ever seen. So it's really one of them. But we've got some new guests with us today. Obviously, we've got Shed End, we've got Daniel, and we've got Chris. But we've also got Sav. How are we all doing, guys?
Yeah, I'm all good, bro. All good.
Yep, I'm all happy after our reaction after the West Brom game.
Yeah,
Can't complain.
Sure.
Mason Mount showing why he's the best young player right now.
Yes,
sure.
Absolutely. If you haven't checked out Let's Talk Tactics from 4 o'clock today, do go check out that one. We tactically analysed Chelsea. Mason Mount, what a player! What a game for him. But we will talk a little bit about Champions League after we talk about the first topic, which is Kepa and Rudigur. Apparently, there was a bit of a fight in training. Now, I want to gauge your views because I don't actually think a fight is a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. In fact, the more fights after a loss like that, the better. That's my view on it. If the players can have a 23-man pool for all I care, because at least that shows that they care and want to do with the club, and they're clearly annoyed about it. But Shedend, we'll start with you. What's your opinion on that? Are you seeing that as a negative, or are you just seeing it as grown men had a bad result and they're just having a little bit of an argument?
Hi everyone. It's been a good week for me, and Kepa and Rudiger. Okay, I don't see it as a negative personally. I know the media tried to make it look like a negative, but after such a humiliation by a relegation threatened team, I want to see that fight. I want to see people arguing about, I don't care how small an issue it is, but I want to see people arguing. I want to see people fighting, because it shows they care about the club and they want us to be doing better than what we did. And if it was a tackle that went flying, it shows someone was frustrated and they want to do better in the next game. So, and we saw that in Porto game. So it's a good thing. I don't mind, even after we play Crystal Palace, I don't mind someone else fighting with another one if that means winning the next game. So it's a positive for me. It doesn't matter how bad the media wanted this to look like. For me, it's a positive thing. But the only negative I can say is it shouldn't be coming out. We shouldn't be knowing that these things are happening. So it means there's a mole somewhere. There's someone somewhere who is getting paid to do all these things, or is doing for whatever reasons. So it shouldn't be getting to us. We shouldn't be knowing that it happened. We should know after, like, the players retired and they say they fought, yeah, it shouldn't be coming. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing to hear that people are fighting in training for whatever reasons. It shows they care. So, but the bad thing is it's coming out and we're getting to know, and it's coming out, like the picture that it's being painted by the media is, it's a bad thing. They fought because of this and that. We shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't be knowing that these things are happening. So I think it's a good thing. I want them to fight every week if it means winning the next match.
The thing is, the media, and this is why we start to see a lot of fan channels, a lot of channels like ours and all of that, is because the media do twist things and they do make things to be a massive thing. Players fighting is a completely normal thing. It happens every day. I bet you that Bruno probably fights with half of his teammates every single day, because that's what men do, especially competitive men within a sports facility. Big up to Luca in the chat. Big up to yourself. Thank you for your support. But Daniel, what's your whole thoughts on the little bit of a fight, little bit of argy-bargies from Kepa and Rudiger? It's not like Kepa's a huge valuable asset to Chelsea either. So what's your thoughts?
The media are very good at twisting things, to be honest. They're very smart with what they do, to be honest. Like you say, it happens all the time, I think. Like, it happens all the time, but somehow it's getting out.
It is interesting that the fights involve Kepa, and Kepa one of the main reasons Lampard got sacked. Sort of went storming up to Big Boss Man and was like, "Yeah, that Lampard, he's not very good at his job." I'm surprised they didn't look at Kepa and go, "You're not a very good goalkeeper either, but we don't start criticising you, do we?" But Sav, before we go to Chris, what's your whole thoughts on this little bit of an incident? Two grown men having a little bit of a fallout. Happens all the time.
Yeah, totally. Like Daniel said, I think it's the media. I think even if they did have that kind of thing, I think the media they've made it more than what it should be, to be honest with you. I don't think it was as bad as they said. I think it was just another thing of just getting to Chelsea, making our concentration levels get bad for our game before Porto, and all that kind of thing, just kind of blow things out of proportion. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I wouldn't blame Rudiger for getting annoyed with Kepa anyway. I mean, I think if you saw in the game last year, one of the players actually yelled Kepa in one of our matches last season. I think it was Aspias. I think that actually did that. So I wouldn't blame him if he did. If it was his situation, it was his fault. But to be fair, it happens, as we said, all the time in football. I don't think we're the only football club it happens to, but because it's Chelsea Football Club, as we know with the reporters, they always seem to want to do the negativity side of it, especially when it comes to Chelsea.
Yeah, I'd totally agree with that. What about you, Chris, mate? Any thoughts on this, or is this just the media just blowing it up?
Well, yeah, of course it's the media, but like this happens all the way down to like Sunday League to professional. It happens in my team as well. Like I see it.
Yeah.
The fights just burst out, like just heated moments. Two people disagreeing, or just it's just a heated moment, and like it's nothing new. The media will spin it because it gets clicks, doesn't it? So that's the reason why they do it. It's all that. Like I think the football fan base, like who watches football, should realise this happens anyway. So that's what my thoughts on it. Like it just happens.
Yeah, no, I was a grassroots manager, and we would have a fight every training session. It was brilliant. I used to the minute a fight happened, I used to have a great big smile. I was like, "Yes, boys, let's have a little bit of a fight then." Then after about 2 minutes of them trying to knock each other's heads off, I think about injuries and then pull them apart. It's completely normal, and the more it happens, the more fights there are, the happier I am as a manager, because it shows the passion. It shows that they care. The less fights, that mean that they don't really care, and that's not something you want to be doing. But that fight obviously happened after the West Brom game. We won't delve into the West Brom game. I don't think we need to bring up old wounds. We did a reaction on that. If you go check that reaction out, believe it or not, it's one of our best reactions we've got for a team since we started. No wonder you got absolutely pummeled. But on better news, let's recap when was it Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday or
Wednesday.
Something.
Wednesday was champions.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
One a day. It was. Okay, it's definitely Wednesday. I get confused all the time with all this football, and the fact that I'm not actually a Chelsea fan, which makes it even more difficult. But I want to recap, obviously, the Chelsea performance, and more importantly, how much Mason Mount is crucial to your team. Now, we'll get into him specifically in a bit, because I've got something I want to ask. But Shaden, do you want to recap what happened Wednesday? I mean, it was a solid performance from Chelsea.
It's one of the happiest nights ahead of Champions League football. Apart from that night in Munich, we were not spectacular, but we played well. We controlled most of the match. Porto had a few chances here and there. There were parts of the game where they were in total control from their defense, their attack. They were okay, and they were causing us a lot of problems. And we were very lucky to get out of that game with a clean sheet. They had a very okay. There is this guy they call Jesus Corona. Apparently, we're being linked with him. He had a very good match. He was turning Aspi left, right, south. Like he was very good in this match. And Chelsea took their chance. Jorginho, after frustrating me with trying to win headers. I keep talking about Jorginho trying to win headers, and he wins a header or he goes close to winning a header, and the ball goes. After frustrating me for like 20 minutes, he gives a very good pass to Mason Mount, who turns. This Mason Mount turn is becoming a trademark now because he's been doing it every time and every time on every game. And actually, Jesus Corona tried to Mason turn. I mean to do that Mason's turn on Mason Mount. I don't know if you picked that out. He tried that. He beat him, but who came on top? It was Mason Mount who turned and he shot he took the shot and it was straight to the goalkeeper. A very good goal. And late into the match, what do you call this guy? Jesus Christ, Chilwell. Chilwell does a Messi, does a Messi with a little bit of Torres to beat the Porto goalkeeper, and I jumped. I was so happy, and I knew that was game over. But we have second leg. Porto are a very good team, and they can turn this round if you're not serious. So it was a very good game. I was happy with the most part of it. Like we were okay in most parts, although Porto had a few good moments where they would have hurt us. So I was very happy. It was a good game for Chelsea. It was I think Porto had a lot of positives. They were good in some moments, but they couldn't break us down. And so full time it was 2-0, and I was very happy. I jumped all over, and I was like, I've forgotten about West Brom again. Yeah, also happy.
Yes, that's fair. Daniel, what about you, mate? What were your thoughts after the Porto game?
It was a very shaky start for the first, was it 20 minutes? Because Porto was getting into the game and playing better. And then it was like the same as West Brom. It was really lackluster first 20 minutes. And then after that, it got better and better until Mount scored that goal. And it changed the whole game completely. And then, one of the chances Porto had, Rudiger fell asleep, didn't he? Because one of our players passes it back. He falls asleep. And then the guy runs past him, shoots. But lucky Mendy's there to save it. That would have been 1-1, and it could have changed the game. But lucky, he didn't go in. And we ended up winning 2-0.
That was another thing I picked up on Let's Talk Tactics at 4 p.m. Rudiger needs to learn to. I don't know if he needs a coffee before the game, but man falls asleep halfway through a game and nearly cost you a goal there. But Andrew, obviously you've been a Chelsea fan for quite some time. How are you after that performance against Porto? It's ironic because wasn't it a Portuguese team you beat last time to win the Champions League?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we won the leg and didn't play well in the first leg either. So
it's true.
My view on this is that we didn't play well in the first half, but got a goal, and played a little bit better in the second half. But my thing is, I don't know why we are expected to perform and beat sides 3 or 4-0 every single game, especially coming from the weekend's game. We lost 5-2. We haven't played outstanding. We haven't played really outstanding football since Tuchel's come over. We've been better in defence, but I thought the second half we really shored up, and I think both the wing backs were pretty good on Wednesday night. Chilwell with that goal as well, and then Reece James really stepped up his defensive game in the second half and showed Trent Alexander-Arnold how to defend playing at right back. So, but yeah, I don't know why anyone really can complain. Really, 2-0 up, quarter-final, first leg, neutral ground as well. Going into this next one, I mean, they're getting it. Everyone's going, oh yeah, well they're getting the best 2 players back. That's fine. They've got to come at us. They're going to open up
It's
more.
true.
We can hit them. I'd like to see us hit them more. Let's see Cho play on Tuesday and then hit them on the counter attack a bit more. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
So this is in our hands. The only way we don't go through is if we mess it up. So
Yeah, and Chelsea don't look like they're a team that are going to concede more than one goal.
Yeah,
Obviously, unless Jorginho gets another player sent off in the first half, then of course you won't. Jorginho does seem to have that habit of. I'm sure he didn't do it deliberately, but just being that bad to have ball possession is going to lead in something bad. Yeah, he's just one of them really. That he's just a bit inconsistent. But Sav, what were your thoughts on the game against Porto?
Yeah, like everyone's echoed. We got the job done. I think we got the goals each half. Didn't play great football. It just reminded me of the Jose days, really. Play ugly, get goals, shut up shop, and then that's it. We don't get anything after that. But like Andrew's already said, wing backs I thought were brilliant. I thought on the day. I thought Mason Mount's goal was just absolutely brilliant. So was Chili B's goal, to be fair. In terms of the second leg, again, yeah, as Andrew said, they've got their players coming back, but then Atletico Madrid had their players coming back as well for their second leg, and we still ended up going and beating them. So for us, it's again the only time we'll ever lose this game is if we play so bad on the night and we completely fall completely out and let them come at us. But I cannot see us not going in this game without scoring a goal because they've got to come at us, and I think we'll just get them on the counter and kill the game off.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. The last thing you want to be doing is opening up. If you do play Cho, if even Giroud, like you open up and allow Giroud a little bit of space, Jesus Christ, that's going to be the end of your day. But Chris, what's your thoughts, mate?
It's the reaction I wanted. I knew we'd win anyway. I even said in your DMs, I said we'll win and stuff. It's the reaction, like when we lost to West Brom, like I thought some people were like overreacting, like with like just blaming. I would say, obviously you can be upset at, like the loss. Like we shouldn't accept the loss, of course, but it's the perfect reaction what we needed, and to get a 2-0 away lead against a side like Porto. Porto are a good side. I do respect them. So yeah, like getting a result like a 2-0 lead against Porto is a good result. Like, and I think we'll coast the second game and go on to probably against Real Madrid for the semis.
Yeah, that's fair. Shedden, do you wanted to add something?
I forgot on how good Reece James was in this game. He was bullying everyone, left, right, and center. And
brilliant.
That
Absolutely
brought me to something. I would like, before the season ends, I would like to see Reece James play as a DM. I would like to see him play as a DM and see what he can do. I just want to see, like, I know maybe it will not work, but I really want to see that strength, that calmness on the ball, and some few good passes. I really want to see him bullying some few people in the middle of the field. I don't know what everyone else thinks, but I
gotta tell you,
I
don't want to see that. Not this is the business. This is the business end. This is the business end.
It's true.
I don't.
Pre-season, maybe.
It's true.
No
It's
experimenting,
true.
please. In the summer, fine, but not right.
I was about to say that,
the
if you had secured top 4 and that was mathematically impossible to drop out of, then yeah, I could see that would be an idea, but you've still got to try and get top 4. There's still so much to play for. I don't know if that's the right time, but I would be interested to see him as a DM.
Yeah.
But I think in a pre-season friendly, in a bit of training, maybe against a lower opposition, might be a bit better. I don't know if you want it in the business end of the Premier League, where there's about 6 teams that could jump into 3rd and 4th. Like there's about 6 of you all fighting for it, and it's a bit of a madness there.
Yeah.
Lucas saying, when do you think? A couple of comments here. Lucas saying, when do you think I can come on?
Special shout out to Edouard Mendy as well. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah. I just forgot.
100%. Lucas saying, when do you think I can come on? I will sort it out. There's so many shows I prep for, so many people I talk to on a regular basis. I need to go find myself a personal assistant. Kenny saying, hello, Niall. And hello to Shed, Daniel, Andrew, DJ, and Chris.
Big up, Kenny.
Big
Winter
up, Kenny.
Surf just Winter Surf responded in the comments as well.
Hey, guys.
Everton, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea, Leicester, West Ham. No, I was spot on with 6. I'm always spot on. I'm never ever wrong. So when I say the Plymouth Argyle are the greatest team that the football world has ever seen, I'm not wrong. But that is true. And Sancho is going to be gracing Home Park with the lovely green and white kit next season. We're just waiting for Fabrizio to say, "Here we go." That might have been on my Football Manager save. I'm not quite sure. I saw it somewhere. I'm not sure where I saw it.
The only way he's going to Plymouth Argyle is if at the start of a FIFA game before a league
That's
season,
it, mate.
transfer him there. That's the only reason.
That's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout. Hey, you never know. You never know. We could just get taken over by some lovely Saudis that are just going to spend millions and millions of pounds.
Yeah.
And then we offer Sancho like 300 grand, and he can turn up at Home Park in League One, and probably go
Newcastle
bags.
dreaming for that.
He'd probably bag about 70
Probably.
goals in that league.
Yeah, I was just about to say he'll probably bag about 60, 70 goals. It would be beautiful. Anything for me to have a bit of fun. The next one I want to talk about is an old face at Chelsea, Romelu Lukaku. Now, there's been reports that if you don't land Erling Haaland, which apparently Fabrizio Romano saying that Haaland doesn't care where he goes. He's put what he's done is he's put everyone on a level playing field. United, Barcelona, Chelsea, City, Liverpool, Real Madrid, like all of them. He's put them all on a level playing field and go, give me more money and I'll come to your club. Which really suits Chelsea because Roman Abramovich was like, well, what do you want? And put it down. But let's go on the premise that Erling, let's just say United just spend more money, which would be quite mad in itself. More realistically, City. Would Romelu Lukaku or Lukaku? I'm not sure how. Lukaku. We got told off. We got told off last week, didn't we? For pronouncing his name wrong. But Shedend, we'll start with you. £86 million is the rumored fee for Lukaku. Or Lukaku, however I'm meant to say it. Romelu.
Dave.
But are you happy to spend £86 million on Romelu?
If Haaland is available for 128, I would go for Haaland. He's younger,
We're going on the premise that Haaland joins another club. Lukaku is your second option.
If Haaland is not available, I would happily take Lukaku back, and I would like him to be. I want if we could get Lukaku back, I want that Drogba versus Arsenal thing with him against United. Every time we meet United, a brace, a hat trick. I would love to see that. If we don't get Haaland, fine, then we can spend the 86 million. We have a rich owner. We can spend the 86 million on Haaland, on Lukaku, sorry.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I suppose money in Chelsea is not really much of a thing. It's just 86 million is pocket money for Roman Abramovich. But Daniel, would you be happy to see Lukaku or Romelu come back to Chelsea, come back to Stamford Bridge?
First option is definitely Haaland, but as a second option, yes, Romelu Lukaku, 100%. Yeah, I'll take him back.
Yeah,
but no one else will probably. We probably won't. We'll probably get our first choice. We get our first choice, not our second choice normally. So, we'll see. I mean,
the way I see it, Dortmund are losing 2 players. One's going to Chelsea, one's going to United. I'll let you decide which is going where. I think it's quite easy to say which is going where. Because Haaland suits Chelsea. It suits what you need. And Sancho actually suits United down to the bone. So really, for both of them players, if they're thinking it on a purely footballing and an intellectual way, they'll join these 2 clubs. That's my view on it anyway. But Andrew, Lukaku, yes or no?
Yeah, definitely yes. There is some weird agenda against Lukaku that he didn't play well in the Premier League. It was one season at United where he didn't do well. If you check all his stats, they go up every season. Especially at Everton, they go up and assists. And in his first season at United, he banged in nearly 30 goals. And this is a poor United as well. Poorer than you're watching today. Poorer. And you know what I mean? And in Italy, I mean, Antonio Conte's changed his lifestyle, essentially. He's lost a ton of weight and he's lean. And some of the goals he is making Martinez a star at this moment in time. He's giving him assists and banging in goals. So Lukaku, I have no problem with Lukaku coming back whatsoever. People, he's got a bad first touch. You're not watching him, man. His first touch has improved. It's not the best, but he's banging goals.
It may not have been great when he was in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Now, I can't say that I watch Serie A, right?
Yeah.
There are far too many Premier League games, and with this channel, for me to start watching the German leagues and the Italian leagues and the Spanish leagues. And if anyone does say, "I watch them all," mate, you're a lying piece. You're a lying piece of shit. Unless you don't sleep or you record every game and watch them on Mondays and Fridays, you're lying. And there's probably games on Mondays and Fridays in the foreign leagues.
I just say as well, it's really frustrates me with some Chelsea fans. 86 million is too much. It's not your money. Don't care.
Yeah.
It's 90 million. Doesn't care. It's 86 million. You know what? 86 million in this current transfer market for a striker who's 27 years old and is banging in probably an average of 25 goals for the last few seasons is a bargain. It's a bargain.
Yeah.
It's a bargain, mate. 86 million. If you can't get Haaland, Lukaku, sign me up. Sign me up.
Second behind CR7, isn't he, in Syria?
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he's such a top quality player as well.
He is,
and the only reason he left United is because he didn't fit Ollie's style.
Exactly.
Which is fine.
It's fine.
Players and managers they don't always fit each other's style. But also, Romelu loves Ollie and says Ollie's a great manager. I just didn't fit his style. Because Ollie wants someone who can run, has got lots of pace, and unfortunately, that is one thing Lukaku doesn't have. But DJ, what's your thoughts? Lukaku, arguably one of the best strikers in the world at the moment.
For sure.
Would you be happy to see him back at Stamford Bridge?
Yeah, I would love him to come back to Chelsea. That's only obviously we don't get Haaland. Obviously Haaland's first choice. But yeah, I wouldn't say no to Lukaku. I think for Lukaku, it's unfinished business at Chelsea, to be honest with you. The guy never really had a chance.
Yeah.
When he did come to Chelsea, didn't get a game, and I think a few games here and there. Jose decided to say, "I don't want you," got rid of him, like he did with other players. But I think he needs to be given. If we get a chance to get him, if we can't get Haaland, I would not say no to him at all. I think he's improved his game, his touch, his build-up play, everything. Yeah. He reminds you of a Drogba-esque anyway, for the way he does his things. Yeah, so I think, for sure. For sure,
it would suit both, I think.
Yeah,
and you're right about unfinished business. And does anyone actually really want to just punch Jose in the face for selling Salah, De Bruyne, and Lukaku?
Oh man, big mistakes.
Does anyone just
think?
The thing
Jose didn't sell Salah actually. Yeah.
But the thing
who sold Salah?
There's no buyback clauses in any contract. That's the thing. I don't mind selling people. If they do well, then put the buyback clause or the first refusal clause.
Yeah, that's what we didn't do, did we?
You know what I mean?
The thing.
We did it on Nathan Aker. That's about it, really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we did it after we sold these three. It's like, no.
Yeah,
put it in.
I think we realised the mistakes we're doing. So we need to do these buyback clauses because they could turn into be something brilliant.
Yeah, no, I do agree. But Chris, what's your thoughts on the whole Lukaku back to Chelsea?
On Lukaku, I would definitely take him. But it's all dependent because I think I still want Haaland first, because Haaland is a generational striker who looks like he will win Ballon d'Ors and help your team win trophies, and he is a bit of a clinical finisher, and everything. Lukaku though, I would take a Lukaku with a Sancho maybe if we can get Sancho, but I'm not sure. And improve him.
I don't think we're getting Sancho. You're getting Haaland, I think.
Yeah. Knowing Ollie, maybe.
Yeah.
Strip mine Dortmund.
I think we're getting Haaland too, but
strip mine him.
But people do need to respect Lukaku
Yes, they
Because
do.
he is a goal scorer.
100%, mate. 100%.
He's
Yeah,
a goal
100%,
scorer, and there
100%.
shouldn't be disrespect to the guy.
Especially Matt Law. Especially you,
Oh,
Matt
Matt
Law.
Law. Oh, Matt Law,
Especially
man.
you, Matt Law.
Don't get me started on that
and-
guy, Andrew. Honestly, bro.
Yeah,
Seriously.
but Andrew, you've just mentioned the precise reason why all of these channels are here, because the media are so shit. Right? I'm sorry that I will happily slag off the Glazers or the FSG or if Chelsea had someone shit in their department like that. I mean, you don't, but if you did, I'd slag them off, because we're not here to keep it away from the fans. The fans have a right to know what's going on, and we tell it as it is. Well, obviously, we use the scum media as a sort of baseline of what we can talk about, but we know what's going on within football.
It just
so
annoyed
the
me,
scum-
man. Just annoyed me. There's nothing. There's
They're all
nothing.
just-
The situation for Lukaku at Chelsea is nothing like Tammy Abraham at Chelsea. It's
Yeah,
nothing like it.
100.
He was
It's
never
okay.
given a chance. Never given a chance.
Yeah.
I'll leave it like that.
We'll get to
Leave it
Tammy.
like
Yeah.
We'll get to Tammy in a bit. Kenny saying City won't get Haaland. Chelsea will get Mbiola cut ties with Guardiola. Look,
Yeah,
the managers,
it's
you
true.
lot focus.
Money. It's
You
true.
lot focus.
It's money.
You lot focus far too much, right,
that. Yeah.
on managers, negotiations. Managers don't do the negotiations.
Don't do them.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Pep, Tuchel, Klopp, none of them will talk with an agent. They might talk. They may talk with a player, right?
Yeah.
They may the head of negotiations or whoever. Your one would be what's her name?
Marina.
Marina.
That's the one, Marina.
Yeah.
So
Marina.
Marina may speak to Thomas and go, Thomas, we're having a bit of issues. We need you to ring this player, convince him of your style, your way. Then that's what the manager will do. But the manager ain't talking to Riola.
Yeah.
And Marina will talk to Riola, and she'll be like, this is what you're having, deal with it. Right? Riola will be like, I'm going to put this on Twitter or God knows what. I'm going to take a shit on YouTube or something. Whatever Riola does with spare time.
Yeah.
But the managers don't get involved with these sort of details.
It's not like FIFA.
So,
where you go, it's not like FIFA
yeah.
where you go shake Guardiola's hand.
Yeah. Agents don't do that. Football is far too technical. Right? You didn't even see Fergie doing it, right? Fergie didn't do it. It was David Gill that would go do it.
Yeah.
So don't focus so much on the manager. Focus on the people in charge. So with United now, it would be the director of football and Darren
Fletcher.
Think about them, not so much about the manager.
Yeah.
The manager doesn't get involved.
Exactly.
Kenny saying, Joe, they put everything into Oscar, who went to China. Shit happens, doesn't it? Boxed by Cop saying, I'm just sorry for Chelsea fans after selling 3 players who flopped to Chelsea, then have the peak of their life.
True.
Yeah, it is peak. It is peak. De Bruyne, Salah, and Lukaku.
We did win a bunch of trophies after.
We did, bro. We did.
So it's if we've gone
Andrew, could you imagine how dominant you would be if you had?
We were winning trebles every year.
Oh, you mean?
I was just about to say, replace
and Hazard.
Yeah.
And Hazard.
Oh.
No, I hate the thought of that. I don't.
Imagine Champions Leagues every year, Premierships every year, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Kenny's saying Sancho isn't going to Chelsea. No, I don't think Sancho will either. I think Sancho is going to United, but I do think Chelsea are favourites to get Haaland. I do think that.
I love this guy already, man. I love his mentality. He doesn't give a shit. He's turning his own.
Yeah, he does.
He's a complete arsehole. You can pretty.
Kenny is absolutely brilliant. We love Kenny in the comments. He does come on some shows. He's absolutely brilliant. He tried putting Scott McTominay and Fred into team of the week last week just because they're United players. just because they're United players, he was like, they go into team of the week for me. The determination to love your club, you gotta appreciate it. He'll fight you all day. You're like, why is Dean Henderson not in goal? Like, why is this entire 11 not Manchester United?
Yeah.
We do love Kenny on this channel. He's absolutely brilliant.
Oh, man.
Kenny saying, also another one from Kenny. Yeah, but Riola won't want his client to go to a club with Pep as manager. They said they won't get any strikers too. I'll break this down into
it's
two,
money though.
right?
It is money.
Well,
It's money.
Riola will do exactly what Haaland tells him.
Yeah.
If Haaland says, "Oh, hi, Mino, Man City are paying me more money. I would like to go to City," Mino Raiola is going to do what he has to do for his client, right? Remember, Mino Raiola is not a slave, but is basically the employee of Haaland and his dad. Mino Raiola has to do what he's told by Haaland, right? Yeah. So he would let him go to City if Erling Haaland wanted to. So there's that. And the bit where you say they aren't getting any strikers, a lot of teams have said, oh, we're a bit financially stuck. And we're hearing United are about to spend £80 million on Sancho, and they want Declan Rice. I mean, managers say things, and it can be a smokescreen. So don't look too much in that.
I just have Haaland. How many zeros? That's if that's true. It's like how many zeros?
How many zeros?
Yeah, I love it. I love it already.
And Box Spike up saying, and yes, fuck Jose as a Liverpool fan. gotta love the hatred a little bit of Jose hatred there.
Hey, come on.
Always the case, though, isn't it?
Jose the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. He's still a Chelsea legend now.
Exactly.
Even though he went to crappy Spurs.
Yes.
Sorry, but
the last, not the last one. There's three more topics. The next one I'm talking about is Mason Mount. Now, in my opinion, as the greatest ever football fan ever to have graced the UK, I think Mason Mount is going to be your future captain. I have a lot of belief that Mason Mount is going to one day be walking out with that armband at Stamford Bridge and smacking some Manchester United player around the head. But Shedden, what's your thoughts on this?
I've been saying this, and I'll repeat again. Mason Mount is world class. I remember the first time the very, very, very first time I was here, I was arguing with Charles, and I told her Mason Mount is world class. Like
you're not the first one, and you won't be the last one to have a fight with Charles. It's fine.
Yeah. So, and actually, I told her that week. I can remember that week. I told her Mason Mount is the future of Chelsea, and he was like, you mental. You can remember. Yeah. She thought I was mental. I've been a very big fan of Mason Mount. He does things that, right now he's adding goals to his game, but last season he was very instrumental to how we were playing. Yeah, he was the first one to press. He couldn't let the opposition settle with the ball, so he was doing something different last season. Actually, not different. He was just pressing. He was good at pressing. He would run the whole game. This season he's adding goals and a few turns, a few touches, a few footworks here and there, and I'm loving it. He's proving his doubters wrong, and I'm so happy. I can't be happier for him. And he'll be a Chelsea legend
totally
if he can improve his shooting and decision making in the final third. He can be a very good player for Chelsea.
Yeah. We did a stream right at the start when this channel started about 7 weeks ago on young players and a proper debate about them, and specifically that obviously we were talking about all of them, so we split it up into groups. I've still got the notes in my book, ironically. And Mason Mount, that's the one thing that I pointed out was goals. It's the only thing that the boy needed to improve, and it's great to see he's doing that. And on the bit about Charles, I've seen her fight Russ, and I saw her fight Jeannie backstage after the Champions League. We love Charles. We love Charles on this channel. She'll fight with everyone and everyone. It's absolutely brilliant to see. As someone like myself who loves to watch, I love watching it. So that's just a personal sort of thing for me. I love to see a good fight. But Daniel, Mason Mount, you're very vocal about how good he is. So what's your thoughts?
I don't want to trigger anybody. This player is the best. I love him. I don't care. Just everything about him. He's like a Chelsea fan. He just loves the club, basically.
Yeah.
But some people
Techni-
don't like it. Some people do like it.
Technically, I think he may be a Pompey fan.
Even though, yeah, I know that, but he's been at Chelsea all his life, if that makes sense.
And I'm an Argyle fan, and we hate Portsmouth,
Yeah.
so you should be lucky that I like him. But now Mason's one of my favourites, and if he doesn't go to the Euros, I will be hunting Gareth Southgate down personally with a sledgehammer. Yeah, he's such an incredible talent. Andrew,
He is world class.
He is, yeah. I totally agree with that. Just need to improve on goals. But Andrew, thoughts on Mason Mount?
Yeah, I'm all for teasing Johnny about his over support of Mount. But I am now, not that I've had an epiphany or anything, but now I'm just like and I put it on. I'm doing a stream later on KHNO Football. Part of the title is why Mount is key, and I'll explain more further there. But he's now key. Everyone was when Tuchel comes in, he won't play as much. He have limited minutes. Blah blah blah. But he's stepped up. He stepped up his game. He's adding goals to his game. He's playing well. I want people to have the same support of they don't get on Havertz because the midfield isn't given the ball. That's the same for Mason Mount. He's playing in an attacking position. But Mount's stepping up, and Mount is key. Mount is key. He's key for Thomas Tuchel. He's key for the Chelsea present. And he's key for the Chelsea future. And I just wish people would. I don't know what expectations they are setting for Mount, but they're obviously very high, and I don't know where they're getting this from. And then they move the goalposts every time.
Yeah, I presume the expectations were either get 100 goals or he shagged every single one of their girlfriends, and now they all have an agenda. So either Mason Mount has been very active, or the expectations are wildly huge.
I think it's because all the ladies love him. I don't know why. There's quite a few ladies that I talk to that love him. So
there's no surprise that he's featured under Lampard.
Yeah,
that he's featured under Southgate, and he's now featuring under Tuchel. There is zero surprise to that, apart from he's just a very good player. His passion, his movement. As I say, go check out Let's Talk Tactics from our earlier stream. Mason Mount's now starting to be more intelligent as well.
Yes.
Getting in between the lines. He's started going in between the midfield and the defence. So you know what I mean? Like in that little gap where defenders absolutely resent it because you're behind the midfield, you're in front of the defence, you're on your own. Does a centre-back close down to you? Does a midfielder drop back? It causes so many problems for defenders and midfielders when you're being intelligent and getting in between the lines. And I've started seeing Mason do more of that now. It's great to see, and huge. He's adding more to his bag of arrows as well. But I want to get to DJ and Chris on this. Then we'll open it up again. But DJ, what's your thoughts on Mason Mount?
Again, what everyone else is saying, I've never in my mind. I know there's been a lot of this amount gender thing going. I've never ever been against this amount of gender thing whatsoever. I've always sat back and let everybody have their own thoughts and opinions. My opinions have always been the guy's a good player. He's improving every time. He starts games. He plays games. I think what people were getting frustrated with him last season was when Lampard was playing him. He was playing him at times when he looked tired, and everyone kept on saying, "Yeah, it's got to be Mason Mount, Mason Mount, Mason Mount." And I think a lot of fans were getting a bit annoyed at that because everything was relying on him, and because he wasn't producing all the time, he was getting the slack for it. But for me, I think he's a brilliant player. I think he's going to be a captain maybe 2-3 years down the line. I can see him being a captain, not now. I think there's still other players in the team that are ahead of him in that. But I think he'll improve more. I think he'll get more goals. And I think we've got a really good player on our for our future going forward. I really, really do. I do rate this kid quite high.
Totally agree. Chris, what about you, mate?
With Mason Mount, like you can see, like if you look at last season as well, like you can see the improvement he has had. Like I thought last season when he came, he was good last season. I don't deny that. When I saw like Kai Havertz stepping in, I thought, he he's gonna be a bench player. He ain't gonna like really play as much. But then he proved me wrong, and he stepped up, and he's still stepping up to this day. Like if you saw in the Porto game, he stepped up for Chelsea again. The guy continuously steps up, and I think the whole Chelsea fan base should like back him, because he's gonna be here for a long run. I can tell, and I think he can be a future captain as well. And yeah, he's just been brilliant for Chelsea, and he gives it his all. So I can't really ask more from Mount when he just gives it his all on that pitch. So yeah, he would die for that badge, I reckon.
Yeah, I totally agree.
It's really weird. It's like the Mount agenda is you think it's crap, but then when we don't play well, you get on him for not doing anything.
That's it, mate.
It's so
and then when he's good, and when he's good, it's the same thing.
He's the first one that gets slagged off. Oh, Mason Mount didn't do anything. Mate, against West Brom, he scored a goal. Yeah, but he cost us 2 of them. What? For the 4th one, he had a hand in maybe, but it was still a team thing. You know, it's like
the whole team.
Everybody was average.
You were asking for him to be rested.
100%.
You're asking him to be rested because he played all the international break.
Yeah.
Then he's brought on. Yeah. Then you want him to. Then you want him while we're down to 10 men and 4-2 down or 3-2 down to go ahead and basically do a Lampard or something and score a hat trick. But the expectations and the goalposts are always moved to suit their agenda. Now it's like you don't like him. Just come out. Come out and say it, please. I'd respect you more if you just come out and said, "I don't like him. I don't like him as a player." Fine.
And I have these agendas as well. I don't like Arteta. I don't like Jose. If they win something, cool. I'll be like, cool, but I still don't like you. That's the thing. But Shedden, you wanted to add something before we move on?
Yeah, actually, something else Mason Mount has added to his game and that people don't speak about is strength and what he does with the ball. Mason Mount last season was like Kai. He was doing what Kai is doing right now. Kai gets the ball, small touch, he's down. He throws himself in the ground. That's what Mason Mount was doing last season, and he has added a little bit of strength and resilience to his game. The same way Hazard did. You remember the first season Hazard came, he was a very slight touch, he goes down. Then I think Mourinho told him to stand and take those tackles, take those hits, and all of a sudden Hazard became a better player. So Mason Mount has added that part to his game, and I think if Kai Havertz follows the same suit, he'll be an important player to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yep.
The next one that we're going to talk about is someone who's less important to Chelsea, one from your youth academy. It is Tammy Abraham. There is reports saying that Tammy Abraham is going to go to West Ham. We've seen this with Jesse. Jesse Lingard left United, gone to West Ham, ripped it up, done a great job. Shedden, we'll start with you. Do you want to see Tammy Abraham go to West Ham, play some football, go and enjoy it instead of sitting on your bench and even not doing that?
If there is a buyback clause, fine, let him go. Because I see Tammy Abraham in the future. He will be like Lukaku, the way Lukaku is right now. He has a very bright future. I love Tammy. I really love Tammy, but sometimes he's so frustrating. His first touch is not the best. His hold-up play is not the best. Sometimes his shots are not the best. So I think he needs to go to another team and improve. And I don't want him to go on loan. I want him to be sold and insert a buyback clause on that contract. That is if we get Haaland or someone else. If we get Haaland, I would be very happy to let Tammy go, but insert that buyback clause for 5 years at least. To make sure he doesn't become another mistake we are making, and this is another century. We don't want more mistakes, the De Bruyne and Salah and Lukaku.
I sort of understand that. Everyone watching, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. We've got plenty more shows tonight anyway. As I said, this is show 2 of 4 today. We've got the Liverpool show at 8 o'clock and we've got the United show at 10 o'clock hosted by your man RJ. So make sure that you are there for both of them. because that's going to be good. And don't forget, we've got quizzes as well, and I've made them harder because you lot seem to you just keep getting them. You just keep getting too many. So I've made them harder. The Arsenal fans got fooled earlier not earlier today, on Wednesday, because in 2010 you used the same badge on the side of your shirt in the Carabao Cup, or the Carling Cup as it was at that point. Have I done the same to you guys, or have I done something else? That's the thing. Have I done that to you, or have I not done that and I've tried catching you out on something else? So you're gonna have to really think about them. All I'm gonna say. Oh, and FYI, there's no top 6 in this one, so you're gonna have to really start thinking. These are gonna be less memorable matches. Well, there's normally the first time you did it was like against Liverpool, United, Arsenal.
Yeah.
This time there's none of that, so you're gonna have to really think. These are gonna be less memorable. So make sure you stay tuned part for that. Kenny saying Tammy Abraham worst Chelsea striker of all time.
It's not true.
Oh, I do love Kenny. I do love Kenny. I do.
Jesus Christ.
Can I say
something? Can I say something?
BT man called Chris Sutton. Any chance?
Robert Fleck. Another one.
What were you gonna say, Shedden?
I was looking at some tweets some days ago, and Tammy Abraham's career goals are 107. That's the same as Erling Haaland. So he's not the worst striker. He has
most of them goals are from the Championship. Yeah, and now
107 goals career goals.
Right, okay. Now tell me how many of
only 20 of them in the Premier League.
Right, now tell me how many of them were scored in the Premier League. No,
20 something.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's not that.
He's above Championship.
You don't call Tammy the worst striker in the Chelsea.
No. I'm not saying he's worse. I'm not saying he's worse. If you watch the Terrace, I do like to be a little bit like Terry. Context is everything, right? So the context are 107 goals is how many of them were in the Premier League. And I can bet you, I'll bet my house on it that all 107 weren't in the Premier League. That's all I'm going to say. Lanzi saying, don't want Tammy El Niziri, or however you pronounce that, is clear. Random Chelsea fan saying Tammy the Jammy over Havertz Timmy. I'm not sure I'm going to agree with that, to be brutally honest with you. I think Havertz is clear of Tammy by quite a mile. I can't remember who we got to. So we've actually Daniel. Yeah, Daniel. What's your thoughts on Tammy to Chelsea to West Ham?
It's inevitable. Yeah, inevitable. He's going to get sold. That's all I'm going to say. And you better not regret it. That's all I'm going to say. That's it.
I think if you get Erling Haaland, the regret is not going to be there.
Yeah, I know that, but yeah.
No, I do see where you're coming from, though. But Andrew, what about you, mate?
He's well. If Chelsea continue to play one up front, he's not good enough for the number 1 or the number 2 striking slot. He's not good enough for me. It's not good. If Chelsea want to go back to winning Premier Leagues, doing well in Europe, he can't be relied on. Shedden's put he put out a list of what he's not good at. That's a hell of a lot to work on for someone who's 23, 24. And okay, he may be able to do it, but at the moment, I mean, he can't head to save his life. He can't head a ball properly. There's no power. His movement is okay, but he could do more. He could do more. And at the moment, he's not good enough for a top 6 side. Is mid to bottom half he's good at. Somewhere where he can get 10 to 12 goals a season, and that's somewhere where they're important. They're goals that are important. He'd be great for Brighton, and that's no disrespect. Brighton need a finisher. He'd be great for Brighton, something like that. He'd have them comfortably. I think West Ham too. He'd have comfortably in.
I think
mid-table.
West Ham.
Well, West Ham don't look like they need him. They're 4th at the moment.
Right now, of course.
But but somewhere like that, somewhere like Brighton or something like that, where he would make
Newcastle. Newcastle or Brighton, I would.
Wolves
totally
at the
agree.
moment. Wolves, you do well
Yeah,
at Wolves.
yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, Fulham maybe, even Fulham, something like that. I think
Yeah.
I
could
know
do
Jack
quite well.
Grealish might like
Villa.
Tammy.
Go to Villa.
Definitely.
Or even Villa.
Definitely.
Villa is a very good team.
Yeah.
Villa, I
Grealish
don't know
might
if
do.
don't know if you guys are aware, but Villa do have Ollie Watkins, so
They do.
Yeah, I
their
know,
need
Yeah, they
their
do.
their,
Yeah,
their
but-
need their need for a striker is pretty not.
Fine.
It's not needed.
We're talking about mid-table clubs. He could do well at Arsenal, then, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah,
He'll probably thrive
Hey,
at Arsenal.
I can confirm Arsenal do need one of them.
they
But
do.
DJ,
Need more than a
do you think?
striker.
Do you think Tammy to West Ham or to a mid-table club is the best place for him?
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen to him anyway. As we've already alluded to on the show, I think as long as we put this buyback clause in his contract when we do sell him to get him back, because I think he's going to be good. I think he'll get goals. But at Chelsea, unfortunately, he's not going to get us a Champions League. He's not going to get us a Premiership. But the only good thing I'll say for him is he's still got the remaining of this season to still prove Tuchel wrong in terms of maybe getting a higher price for his value if we can sell him. Because I still think he's got parts to play in this team for this season. But in terms of next season, I think he probably will be sold on.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And Chris, what about you, mate?
Yeah, I definitely believe Tammy's going. I've been saying it for a while now. Like, he's not signing a contract, he's not starting, but I do rate him. I think he is a good striker. I don't think he's a bad one. He does have flaws like heading abilities and dropping down to the ground and stuff like that. Like, but yeah, like he can get you goals, and I believe a Premiership. The thing I don't really like, the slander some Chelsea fans give him, like he's a Championship striker. I don't hear that one bit, because he isn't. He's too good for the Championship. You already saw him play in the Championship.
Yeah.
He's actually too good for it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with. Yeah.
So yeah, like he's definitely a Premier League quality, or even a different league if he wants to be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Could see him go to a Dutch league or something like that. Or
I think
German teams. German
could go to
Serie A, like Lukaku
yeah.
did.
Borussia Dortmund, part of the Haaland deal, maybe.
Maybe.
I do think what Andrew said though, which was mid-table Premier League, sort of probably is his level. There's plenty of people that would take him. There's plenty of people that would take him. The last bit that definitely. The last bit I want to talk about is obviously you're playing Crystal Palace at the weekend. You have got Porto coming up. Shedend, what's your score prediction, and who do you want to rest for Palace?
Palace. Bearing in mind we haven't lost to them in the last 6 encounters, though they want to beat us. They beat us last time. Was it 2017? Yeah, it was. I think it was 2017 where they beat us home and away. I think it was 2-1 in both games, I think. So tomorrow they want to beat us, and last game they played really well. I think it was against Brighton. Zaha
Everton.
And was it Everton?
It was
Everton, right?
1-1. Yeah, Batshuayi scored for
Thank you. And they played really well. Zaha caused Everton every sort of problem. Another guy who was very, very, very good for them is Benteke. We started seeing those fleets, those touches, and he was linking up very well with with Zaha, Eze, and I think Townsend. Yeah, so if you put quality around Zaha, he can cause you problem. And I'm not worried too much because right now our defense is good. Christensen, out of nowhere, now knows how to head and contest for aerial balls. And Rudiger, he has been okay. So I don't have a problem with that. So I think we will win. And it will be by how many goals? 3. I don't want to be too confident. I was very confident last week and said West Brom will be scoring a known goal with. Then I was humbled, and so I don't want to be too confident. I'll go for a 3-0. Yeah, I'm trying to be.
That's an interesting.
Trying to be humble here.
that is there's trying to be humble, and then there's suggesting a 3-0 win over Palace.
Yeah.
But Kenny is saying Palace to win 2-0. I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah.
Big up to do you know what? Big up to Kenny. His hatred towards his rivals is his hatred towards his. Do you know what? His hatred towards his rivals is absolutely spectacular. I do love to see it. It's like United don't like Chelsea, so he doesn't return the favour. Craig is saying Andrew. Top class is Andrew. Andrew, you've just been inducted into Craig's Hall of Fame. You joined the names of you joined the names of Jeannie, Tom, and Dom. So congratulations on that. So you've entered Craig's Let's Talk Premier League Hall of Fame. Kenny says, sorry, misspelt it. Palace 7-0 win. I do love it. Random Chelsea fan saying 2-1 win. Giroud brace. That'd be quite good. I think Giroud in this game probably should start. It's my personal opinion. But Daniel, what's your score prediction for Palace?
You know me, I always back my team. I'll be the delusional one. I'll be the overconfident one. We get a spanking 4-0. I don't care. I don't care if I get bantered. I can take it. I can take it, and I can give it to everyone knows that.
That is something.
Yeah.
That is something. Andrew,
not really. It's 2-0. 2-0, not 4-0. I was trying to 2-0, so we could outscore more than 2 goals. 2-0.
Yeah,
he's bottled it.
No, I was just joking.
Nah, you've bottled it. All right then. At the punch point,
I'll go back to 4-0 then.
Okay. Daniel 4-0.
You got peer pressure.
Andrew, what about you, mate?
I've got a feeling. I think it's going to be a pretty tough game tomorrow, and I'm feeling maybe it's going to be a 2-0 or a 2-1 job, but it's going to be it's not going to be I don't think it'll be the greatest game either. So, Chelsea fans, buckle yourself in. You know, it might be a bit like Porto at the start. I see a lot of changes though. I do see a lot of changes. I hope he doesn't make this mistake and take Christensen and Rudiger out. Take one of them out and replace him with Thiago. That's fine. I see Kante starting as well.
Thiago can't play. He's going to be suspended.
Oh, crap. Suspended. Then can't change the defense then. So we kind of
forgotten about that game, haven't we?
Yeah. Do you know what? I think he's going to bring Alonso back, like left wing back. I fear he's going to bring him back. No, I fear he is, and I think he's going to play. I think he's going to bring Kante in, and I think he'll bring Ziyech in as well. I don't know.
I think wing back too.
I think small rotation is good. I do think resting Chilwell ready for Porto is a good idea because he did very well against Porto. But DJ, what about you? What's your prediction?
I mean, anybody that knows me on the show, I've gone on other shows. I never give a score prediction. I always back my team to win. That's what I always say. Just my team to win. So that's what I'm going to say is my team to win. The only thing I will say though is hopefully people to that place to start. I really hope Callum gets a chance to start tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's that
bit
is
further up front, maybe. Bit further up front.
Correct.
Yeah, no, that's a shout. And Chris, what about you, mate?
I've had one mad scoreline in my head for a little bit now.
No.
I know for starters, I know we're winning.
Right.
Whatever the score be, whatever it be, but I have a funny scoreline in my head, 5-1.
Oh my god!
Seriously, Chris.
I know we're winning, so I'm safe. I know we're winning. I'm safe for that.
Just say it.
I love the optimism, and you've all said it with chest.
We need one of funny scorelines.
Kenny's saying Chelsea will miss out.
And it's something we've done before.
Kenny, focus on Europa League, please.
That's it, mate. Yeah.
He doesn't want to focus on
Kenny's
Europa
saying.
He doesn't.
Kenny's saying Chelsea will miss out on top 4. Leicester and West Ham clear.
They are.
I mean, all I'm gonna say is as a neutral, the end of season's got quite tasty for me. I quite like the idea of this. My team's in League One. Our season's finished. We're staying up. It's mid-table. It's quite nice. I get to watch everyone else suffer. It's very nice to do.
Yes,
and
top 4 race
talking
again.
of
Top 4.
And talking of suffering, it's time for that. It's that time of the week again. I am really looking forward to this. Really looking forward to this. Now, for anyone new, what you have to do is you have to guess the score, the competition, and the exact year, not the season. I want the exact year of the game. Now you get a picture to help you out with it. So I've got some lovely pictures for you. As I've said, I've made this very difficult. Kenny's saying, did Arsenal get 14? No, they got 12.
Oh,
so to go top at the moment, it will need 13 points to go top. But don't forget, Liverpool and United are playing later today. So you might want to prepare for that. There is no bonus questions, right? There is zero, because I don't know how many bonus questions I'm going to need for later on. So there's no bonus questions. If you get 15, if you get 15, you and someone else does, you just become joint top. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I could ask you 5 bonus questions and then need a 6th later on, which is just madness. So the first picture is this one. This is your first picture. I did say it would be a little bit more difficult.
Wait, that was. Wait, you have to wait. What year?
So I need the score, the competition, and the year.
The Barclays Premier League logo.
No, but remember what he said about before? They had a picture in there. It was a logo as well, and it wasn't in the Premiership. So
yeah,
you just have to be
famous jersey.
Lampard's putting his hand up, and
same 5.
I don't. Yeah,
No,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm struggling on this. I have no idea.
Do you reckon it's the game? No, can't. No, it's not a game. He wasn't wearing that top.
A little bit of advice: try and narrow down the years, and then you might get a bit.
Is that
more
yellow
confidence.
kit? When did we wear that yellow kit?
I think that's the 2009 away kit. So I think we played in that FA Cup. So it's the 2008-9 season. I think it is. I just don't know.
I wonder. I wonder if it's the FA Cup.
It's not the FA Cup final.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I don't think. I can't tell by the background. So I look at the background.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, I'm looking.
It's just Lampard. Lampard scored so many goals.
Lampard, Drogba.
What?
Andrew.
I'm going to guess
Premier League. Drogba?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, Drogba's there.
I'm going to guess Premier League 2009, but I have no idea who it's against. I don't know who it's against.
Can we just
is it
wait.
Everton? Is it Everton?
If it's
I was going to say,
is it Everton 6-3?
Let's do a random. Let's do this. Let's do 2009 FA Cup 2-1 against Everton. Let's just do that because I don't know when that is.
What's that? The FA Cup final, bro? Yeah.
Yeah, 2000. Let's just guess that. 2009.
Yeah.
FA Cup 2-1 against Everton.
When you said you made them hard, you definitely made them hard.
Yeah,
I wasn't lying. I've made them harder this.
Was everybody else hard like this?
They're all hard. This is number 2.
That's the 2000 and
That's 2010-11 kit.
Yeah,
it's got the red bit on the colour.
The red. Yeah. I actually do have that top. I think
it's.
He's taking a penalty.
He's coming in. He is. I think he's. No,
I can't tell where it is. Like, is it in a penalty box or a free kick?
I don't know.
He's definitely taking a set piece, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's 10
I have a free kick in mind.
I can't tell. It's 2010 or 2011. I don't know.
She just, it's insane. These are insane.
And I have this free kick in mind that went in.
This is not the season when he broke the record and scored against Aston Villa, is it?
It's definitely 2010-11 because of the red collar. So it's definitely that. I'm gonna.
He broke a score record.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's really hard.
What year was
Champions
that?
League. It's not Champions League final. That is for sure. Because
This is not Champions League.
No.
No.
It's Stamford Bridge. I know that.
No,
No,
exactly,
it's definitely Andrew said, because if you look at the red collar part,
Yeah.
Yes, he
Yeah,
had
that-
season
that's
10 and
the
11. I
only
just don't know when this was. I have no idea.
it's crazy.
And if you look at his right leg, that's not a penalty. It's a free kick,
Oh my
right?
Yeah.
It looks like a step piece.
This is a free kick, and
Yeah,
I
but
have a
against
free
who?
kick that
Against-
in
I wanna say
mind. I
Aston
can't
Villa
remember
in a way,
against which
but-
team.
No, I'll do this. 2010 Premier League, 6-0 against West Brom. Open day of the season, 2010. So I think he scored a
Okay.
he scored a hat trick then. So I'm just guessing.
Okay.
So
So
Hmm.
this is picture number 3.
Wait. Oh, Schürrle.
Schürrle.
Is that Fulham? Is that Fulham game? Fulham game.
That's the
Yeah.
Fulham game.
Schürrle, Andre Schürle.
Andrew
Yeah.
Schürrle.
Yeah.
And he's
That's the
Premier
Fulham
League
game, right?
It's when he scored a hat trick. It's when he
So
scored a
it's
hat trick.
3-0.
That's it.
It's 3-0. It's 3-0
Yeah.
against Fulham in Premier League. But was it 13 or 14?
Ah, crap. I remember that. I can remember that type of celebration. I feel like that was when he scored a hat trick and it's against Fulham. Wait, let me look at the other players. Yeah, that's probably Fulham.
Yeah, it's definitely Fulham.
Yeah.
Fulham 3-0. Fulham
Yeah.
3-0. Premier League
2014.
Let's look at the
2014.
top. Let's look at the top.
2014.
Yeah, the top. It looks like a
Yeah.
2014 top. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
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 What score are you going with?
3-0. 3-0.
3-0. Sure, the hat trick.
Got the
Yeah.
hat trick.
Man,
Right.
I loved Schürrle.
Yeah,
Picture
brilliant
number
player. And
4
why we got rid of him?
is this one.
Oh man, Frank Lampard.
This
again.
was
That's
Against-
the 2011-12.
yeah,
Yeah,
against Wolves,
against-
obviously.
Against Wolves, yeah.
Well, Wolves, yeah.
That's
Um,
Premier League. It's Premier League.
Are these Wolves or
yeah.
Hull City?
yeah.
Hang on. Yes. Is it definitely? I'm just trying to think of the year. If it's 11 or 12.
Let's look at the top.
The top doesn't.
he has
The top
Yeah.
doesn't. We know it's what season it is. It's just when was this and what was the
Was it
score?
Wolves Premier League?
Oh, okay.
There's Wolves Premier League.
Is that, did we beat him? Did we beat him 3-0 in that game?
Wolves Premier League
No.
2012.
Did they beat us?
Was
Did
it?
they beat us?
might
Was
be,
this
yeah.
like when?
Was it 2-1? Lampard scored the only goal, maybe.
Was that
I don't know if it
Molyneux,
was.
right? Yeah, Sat Molyneux.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I'm going 2000. Oh, okay.
I think
I
it
agree
was.
with Daniel. 2-1 Premier League 2012. I'll go 2012.
2012. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, it
locked
does look
in,
like that.
and
I think it's 3.
your last and final picture.
We ain't getting 15, that's for sure, fellas. I know that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This,
Oh,
well,
which is have to be this one.
yeah, I remember that SEN's goal, Champions
League,
Barcelona.
Champions League, Barcelona, 2009.
2009, 1-0.
Yeah.
1-0.
Yep. That's
2009,
Okay.
2009.
And
2009.
what a goal that was.
that's cool. So we've got the answers. We've got them.
Definitely not
Um,
15, fellas.
Ooh,
Definitely
that-
not.
So
I think that Everton ones. I think that's
That was
Everton
high.
6-3.
No, it wasn't. No, Lampard had left by then. He left in 14.
Mhm.
we will go to the comments before I do the answers. I like to keep you waiting. I did say that I said this was a very difficult one, and I
Yeah,
was
tough,
not
yeah,
lying.
it's toughest, yeah.
It was,
Big up.
it was.
Big up to Burton. Good show,
big up,
guys.
man.
Would love to have joined, but no headphones and not at home. Someone said 2009. Stamford Bridge, no idea of the score. He says Premier League game. Is he correct? Versus Villa when he broke the record.
Yeah, I think
I
I'm
said
thinking
that.
of
I
it.
said that.
Yeah, you know when? Yeah,
He
the
says
Villa
zero.
one.
Say that. It's all right.
Champions League
But-
final.
but-
No UCL final 2014. Or goal against Wigan. Could it have been Wigan? I don't know.
Nah.
Fulham Craven Cottage, 13-14 kit, 3-0, he says.
Yeah, 3-0, sure, they scored a
Wolves,
hat-trick.
there's a few. 2009 versus Barcelona, biggest
Yeah.
disgusting disgrace
Yeah.
in
Oh,
That was an
history.
easy one.
Yeah.
And Kenny's saying 0 incoming. I can confirm already
That's not the
they
case.
haven't.
That's
I can
definitely 100%
confirm
no.
that they haven't got 0.
15.
So
Oh, okay.
the first
No, he can
one. What did you say for the first one again? You said
We
Everton.
guessed. We went Everton 2009 FA Cup final 2-1.
Yeah, you were wrong. It was
Yeah.
West Brom in the
Ah,
Premier League, and it was 2008. The game finished 3-0. nil.
Oh.
Now, for the
man,
second one, you said it was West Brom, and you said obviously all of that. It was Everton. It finished 1-1.
6-2.
It was the Premier League, and it was 2010. The third one, you said Fulham, which is correct, but it was 3-1, not 3-0. And that was in the Premier League and in 2014.
Single digits.
The third one you said was Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League in 2012. I can confirm you got all three correct there. And the last one you said Barcelona 1-1 Champions League 2009. I can confirm that is all correct. So this week, the Chelsea boys, who have been excellent in the previous two, have come away with 10 points in today's quiz, which Chelsea are currently below the Arsenal boys. As I said, I said it was a difficult one, and I wasn't lying. I said that there's no. You lot were doing too easy. It was too easy for you. You had too much fun. So I had to.
Isn't RJ host? So technically, RJ can't help, can he? Because he's host.
No, he can, but I'm the one with the pictures.
I thought he was hosting it all, and you just. Oh
no! He hosts a bit, but then I take over for the lovely quiz at the end when everyone starts suffering. It was quite funny in the United boys because they could have got top marks in the first one, but they went with Dom instead of Kieran, and that was the wrong way to go. Kenny's saying we're getting full marks. I guarantee. RJ is class.
You haven't got us to beat this week, so you know.
I mean, it's a tough one because I've also not made yours very easy either. So you're gonna have to hope that the boys can bring it home for you.
What we did as well, we found a picture with a background. You couldn't tell what the background was.
Yeah, I know, that's insane.
Hey, the first one you could see it was blue. It was just which blue team was it?
Exactly. But it's like, there's so limited blue clubs in the Premier League.
Wait, there's no team in the background.
I always thought it was Portsmouth. I was going, when did he score?
I didn't even see another team in the background.
I
just saw Chelsea.
There wasn't a team in the background.
No, I mean the stadium.
Okay, then,
the stadium was.
Yeah, you had to look at the blue stadium. But that was fun. I enjoyed that. Shaden, you got a question for the boys though. So what's your question?
Yeah, I was going through some news today, and was it today or yesterday, or I can't remember when I was going through some news, Chelsea news. There are reports that Barkley is wanted by West Ham, and there are some reports too that Bakayoko is coming back. He's not staying at Napoli. And the other one is the obvious one. Fikayo Tomori will be staying at AC Milan. So I wanted, and there is another one. It doesn't. Okay, it's not Chelsea news, but I saw Aguero is being wanted by Leeds. So I wanted your views on those three players. So I wanted you guys to give views quickly before we end the show. I just want to know or see, or I just want to know what you feel about those three players, or four. Is it four? Yeah.
Ross Barkley need to go.
Ross Barkley can go.
Barkley,
he hasn't got a mentality for a big club. He can go.
He ain't got a minerals.
Bakayoko. The reason why we're asking so little for Bakayoko is because we're going to make profit of him with all the loan fees we've done. That's why we're only asking for 15 or 20 million. Tomori might go. It's not guaranteed that he'll go. And who did you say? Who else? That was it, right?
Sergio Aguero.
If he goes to Leeds, that'd be so strange. I don't know how. He must have a pay cut if he's going to Leeds. That's the only way he can go to Leeds.
Apparently Aguero wants to live in London, so I don't know.
Well, he wants to stay in the Premier League, that's for sure. He wants to try and break Shearer's record or something like that. So,
Bruno ain't winning Ballon d'Or for crap.
It's certainly some interesting ones there. But we have come to the end. As I said, this is show 2 of 4. And I need to go get my dinner before I crack on with show number 3 at 8 p.m. It's a long day. Plenty of work for me today. Kenny saying Bruno winning the Ballon d'Or. We're just clear. I'm afraid they'll probably give it to Lewandowski and check VAR, then give it to Bruno.
Oh my god!
Only if it's a penalty,
Bruno's
Kenny.
driving
It only
correct.
gets it if it's a penalty. It only gets
VAR's overturned the Ballon d'Or winner for the first time ever. And given it to
Imagine
Bruno.
that.
That wouldn't
give it a WWE
actually surprise me.
Where the computer literally, like, VAR calls it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It wouldn't surprise me, but we have come to the end of the show. But before you go and we go,
Sadly.
make sure that you've liked the video, you subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Go check out our Twitter at Let's Talk EPL, and go check us out on Instagram, Let's Talk EPL _. Also go check out our Discord server, and go check us out on TikTok at Let's Talk Premier League. Admittedly, I haven't uploaded a video in quite some time. Need to start getting onto that, but I've got a lot of stuff that I do anyway. But Shedend, where can they find you, bro?
Sadly, the show has come to an end. Now we are going back to the sad lives we are living, This is my favorite part of the week. Anyway, so you can find me on Twitter at Shedend2. On Instagram, I have 2 accounts. I've been giving the adults one. It's official slang. Then I have another one that is called the Shed End. And on YouTube, it's Shedend, right? Yeah.
Excellent. So make sure you go check out all of them. Daniel, where can they find you, mate?
You can follow me on Twitter at CFC Daniel MGG. I'm going to try and trigger some Man City fans if they've got any, and say Mount's better than Foden. And make sure you
They're just going to laugh at you.
Make sure you subscribe to Let's Talk EPL. Sorry, Let's Talk Premier League, and I'll be on here every week for the Chelsea show. Hopefully, I can get you all on again.
Yeah.
And
I try to be on,
Andrew,
every time, but
Andrew, where can they find you, bro?
Twitter handles Winter Surfers. You can come and follow me there. Bug me, don't really care. KH No Filter Football. We're on tonight from 10. We're doing the cover. We're reacting to the Porto game, but also different subjects and having people on. So come along from 10. I'm on the Strong TV Charlotte's channel doing the watch along with Chelsea, everything but football show, wrestling show. We just did 2 nights of NXT. We're just doing another 2 nights watch along for WrestleMania this weekend. And that should be fun. I've just started a channel with Will and Prime. It's called The Nexus. That's going to be Geek Culture Central, reaction to all the geek news, movies, trailers, stuff like that. We're doing a superhero draft this weekend. That should be very fun. Let's see, check people who actually know what they're talking about. Is it, yes, I'll choose him. But yeah, other than that, that's it. Everywhere else. But thank you for letting me on. I love this show.
Absolutely.
So,
Not a problem. Yes, absolutely. Do subscribe. DJ, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at DJSavJ17 at DJSavJ. Or literally all stuff Chelsea, music on my Twitter page. So if you guys want to come and follow me, excellent. But yeah. And obviously follow your page as well and like this video as well, everyone.
Absolutely. Make sure you do that as well. And Chris, where can they find you, mate?
I say follow this channel too, of course. You should subscribe, it's free. So people can find me at RealChris50, either making videos or a picture of my anvil right now. Even no one rates Timo Werner, but yeah, I'm just everywhere, I feel.
Absolutely. And you can check me out at Nile_PAFC. And we're back in literally 34 minutes for the Liverpool show. We've got some quality guests on. We've got Sonny, we've got Tom, we've got Jeannie. We've also got Tiago's father. He's back for another week. He's also bringing along a friend, which will also be very interesting. We're going to have to maybe talk a little bit about Real Madrid, which I'm sure they're all delightedly excited about. I look forward to talking about Trent and all of that. Plenty to talk about.
Tell him we'll see him in the semi-final.
What was that you was trying to do?
Yes, we will make sure that we talk about everything. Lots to talk about for them. Their quiz also coming up. And these are not memorable games. They're just not. So they're going to be harder to guess. So a big thanks to everyone that's been watching. Make sure you are here at 8 o'clock